Hey everyone, now we're going to start how to carve a canine. See, canines are very important. The word canine comes from the Latin word caninus, which means a dog. So, canines are very important because they are the most stable teeth in our dental arch, and it also helps us in tearing food, which is crucial in our, mastication and digestion of food, etc. So, straight in, we're going to learn how to carve the canine. And as usual, the first step which we need to learn here is we need to be thorough with the dimensions. So the first thing we will look at is the length of the crown, which is 10 mm. Next is the length of the root, which is 17 mm. The mesio-distal width of the crown is 7.5 mm. And the labiolingual width at the crown is 8 mm. So we're going to see this and replicate the same thing on our wax block. So I'm going to take my brush pen here, keep this aside for now. The length of the crown is 10 mm. Let me choose this as my labial side. I'm marking it as my labial side, which would mean this would be my palatal side. This is my palatal side. And I'm doing a right canine, a maxillary right canine, so this would be my distal side, and it's obvious this is my mesial side. Okay, the crown is 10 mm, so I'm marking an accurate 10 mm. And then the root, which makes this the longest teeth, this is a staggering 17 mm root. 17 mm, my friends. 17 mm. Okay. The mesio-distal width of our crown is 7.5 mm. I'm using my scale here. The part which is colored, we measure this 7.5 mm. Taking my paper knife. Here I go, my sharp cut. I'm going to take my Lacron's carver and just, give this a smooth touch. Okay. Now we go with the labiolingual dimension. The labiolingual dimension is 8 mm at the crown. So here I cut a nice 8 mm. I'll just smoothen it so we have everything correctly. There we go. Our block is ready to be carved. So these are the dimensions. The same thing, the first thing which we need to do now is, let me take my iPad. After having built the rough wax block for carving our enamel, what we will do is we will have to build this nice curve on our wax block. So the way we'll go about this is just the way we did for our incisor. So just so you're clear, if this is your labial part of the wax block, I want you to break it down into 3 equal divisions. 1, 2, 3. 3 equal divisions on the labial part. I'm gonna show it to you how it looks. So here is how it looks. 1, 2, and 3. And also, when you observe the canine again, you will observe that in our canine, if this is our canine, this is the distal curve, while this is the mesial curve. The distal slope, or you can also call this the distal slope and the mesial slope. The distal slope is longer than the mesial slope. So the distal slope is longer than the mesial slope. If you just look at this is longer as compared to the mesial slope. So we will draw a line which is closer to the mesial part. This is the mesial part of our teeth, which is closer to the mesial part of our teeth and which is further away from our distal part. And now we will draw a slope from this tip to this tip, making the distal slope the largest. The distal slope is the largest here, and now here is our mesial slope, which is small as compared to this. Please observe this slope is smaller than this. Okay, so the next step which I will be doing now is I'm going to take my blade and just chop it correctly. I'll just chop this, making it look like a house from the top. I'm just chopping at the slopes, the distal and the mesial slope, and I'm just extending it all through the teeth. The same thing can be found even on the labial part, even on the lingual or the palatal aspect as well. So I'll use my Electron carver for this. I'm just emphasizing the same thing. So we can also find the same on the palatal aspect as well presently. So what I'll be doing now is, because we've drawn these three lines here, the three lines which is separating. Let me redraw it so that it's more clear. We have three lines, number 1, 2 and 3, which is dividing our teeth into three parts. Now I will draw a central line which touches this tip. That's a central line which is touching this tip. What I'll do is I will build a labial ridge. So this line, I'm going to make this into a ridge by removing aspects from these parts, the side part. I'm removing wax from the side part like this. I'm using my Electron carver like this and removing the side aspect. Same goes with this aspect. I'm removing it like this, gently, slow and easy. Now you can see the line which I drew, it has become into a ridge. Now this looks like a hut. Give me a second, let me just make it and show you. I'm going to emphasize it with my Electron carver. It looks like a house, the roof of the house. This is how it needs to look, like a rooftop. It looks like this, okay, cool. So now it's just got the ridge, but we also need to bring this shape into our canine, this shape, okay, this shape. Now this bend, okay, this bend will be filled presently. Now I'm gonna take my pen and mark a dot here, because the tip of the inside of the canine comes to this region. So I'm gonna take my pen and mark a line like this. I'm marking a line like this so that I am aware till where I need to carve the teeth. Another line like this. Now I've got something which looks like this, okay? Just like chopping that part off like this directly. I can also do this thing until the place where I know that I need to go. Rebuilding the marginal ridge by removing wax from the sides. I'm rebuilding the not the marginal ridge, the labial ridge. Okay, so my curve is evident, it's visible. You can see the curve here in this tooth. I'll now do a curve which is on the back side, which is from the lingual side. So this is what I will build now. We just finished that thing. I'm gonna build this part now, this part. Okay, so what I do for this is I take my marker and I mark three parts again. Don't touch the first line. Start from the first line and then just draw this beautiful line here. It goes like this. I'll just carve this thing out now. Okay, so now I'm going to build the cervical convergence. If you see our canine, we have a nice cervical convergence here. This is our curve, and there is this nice cervical convergence on the labial side. So I'll just do the labial cervical convergence presently, and this length, mind you, is 5.5 mm. It's just 5.5 mm. So it's very crucial you keep that in mind. 5.5 mm. Keep this aside. I'm coming back here. I'm going to take my scale and draw 5.5. Okay, and then with that idea, I'll just go deep here inside. And we kind of got our cervical convergence. Now I'll do the lingual convergence. The lingual convergence is very nice. So please look at this. This is our lingual convergence. It's got a very nice lingual convergence. Okay, so all this part needs to be trimmed out. Come back to our block. I'll draw the lingual convergence here. I'll draw the cingulum. This is our cingulum. And I can go down like this. Okay, so I'll just trim out or remove the ink region here. So it should be like this. Okay, like this, because our canine looks like a triangle from the incisal region, just like the incisal region. Now what I'll do is I'll carve the lingual fossa. Our canine has a very nice lingual fossa as well. If you see this, we again have a W kind of shaped structure, but the difference between the lingual surface in an incisor and that in a canine is that there is a lingual ridge which is very prominent, which divides our lingual fossa into a distolingual fossa and a mesiolingual fossa. Okay, so this would be our lingual fossa, and we're gonna make it very prominent as well. So I'll first draw the lingual fossa here. I'll first draw our W here. This is our W. This is our W, and then I'm going to take the tip of my Lacron's carver and insert it into the valley in my W, like this. I'm inserting it into the valley of my W, and then I'm ensuring that the middle region is intact and I don't remove it, because that's very important for the lingual ridge. Okay, now I'm just deepening this thing and building my marginal ridge. You can observe how I'm doing. I'm also using the back part of my Lacron's carver here. Okay, so here we go. This was our lingual ridge. I mean the lingual fossa, with the lingual ridge, the mesiolingual fossa and the distolingual fossa. So I'm now done with my crown as such, because I have a nice cervical convergence. Now all I need is my root. So I'm going to build my root now. I take my cutter and measure. Let me first measure the root length. It's 17 mm. This is the longest teeth. 17 mm. Let me just mark it. I'll mark the accurate 17 mm marking, because I don't want to waste my time by, take my Lacron's carver and do the final here. I'm leveling it up here. Our canines have a distal tilt, so we also need to be aware of that. We need to build a nice distal tilt. Okay. So I've presently leveled it up. I've leveled the roots wax till the CEJ. You can see this. Now what I'll be doing is I'll just take my marker and do a rough sketch of the root which is distally bent, and the distal aspect would be this side. So I'll bend it till this side approximately. Okay, so this will tell me where all I need to cut. So I'm just removing the excess wax on this side. The teeth has a very gentle tapering. The tapering is not obvious. It's very gently tapers. It tapers very gently. So you need to be very aware of that. So I've just given a rough, root structure with a nice distal tilt. I'll now give something which is very important in our canines, which is a developmental depression on both the mesial and the distal sides. A developmental depression, a developmental groove and a depression itself. A developmental depression is very important in our teeth here. So how you build a developmental depression is basically, what is a developmental depression? Let's start with that. So after having given our root a rough shape, the next most important step which we need to do is to give our teeth a developmental depression. So this is there on both the mesial and the distal sides. So what you're seeing is the mesial and the distal side of our teeth here. So what is a developmental depression? See, a developmental depression is just a depression which is linear, which is like a line, and then you just need to make it deep. That's all. You just need to make it a little deep. That's about it. It's just like this. I mean, what I meant by these dotted lines is you take your Lacron's carver, you draw a line on the mesial and the distal side, and then you take it and then you bring the wax from this side into this side, like this. That's about it. So see keenly, that's what I'll be doing now. I'm gonna draw a line. This is my mesial side, okay? So I'll just draw a line like this. You can see I'm drawing a line, a linear line. I just drew a line like this. I hope the line is visible. I just drew a line now, and then I'll just bring this wax from the side into this. That's about it. Also go a bit into the crown, just a bit. Slightly. This side as well. A bit into the crown. That's about it. Let me just smoothen it with my gauze. Okay, so there you go. The teeth is almost ready, except for one most important thing, which is the CEJ. So I'm going to draw the CEJ now. I'm taking my pen and I'll just do the labial aspect first. I'm drawing a nice curve. So for the CEJ, take your Lacron's carver from the root to the crown. Let me draw it on this side first. Now this is the mesial side. Okay. The last but most important step is to polish your teeth. Take the polishing cloth and very carefully, gently, take a small piece of it and start with the root if possible, and then go to the crown, the lingual convergence, cervical convergence, the tip. That's about it, my friends. We just made a wonderful, beautiful canine.